Barakatha Hawa, Barakatha Hawa Shai, Barakatha Hawa, Barakatha Hawa Shai, Barakatha Hawa, Barakatha Hawa Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, double honors to my apostles and elders of Millstone, who are the apostles and elders of Yasharala. Peace and salutation to the Bayaf Dawadah, the house of David Orpha elect. This is the M.O.B. update. You guys speaking code word now because they're taking off in videos and putting strikes left and right. So we come to the time where these warnings are going to be less and less because they're controlling, the powers that be are going to pretty much shut us down soon. All right, so get it while it's hot. This is Yahoo Money. This is something. This ain't something new, but this is what they plan on doing. All right. It says Pentagon unveils sensor that detects COVID in the body. It says Pentagon scientists claim to have invented a sensor that once inserted under the skin, and that should be, that should be that should raise the antennas up. It says Pentagon scientists claim to have invented a sensor that once inserted under the skin will detect if the patient develops COVID-19. Okay? And these are one of the devices that these devils have. It says, and they have also developed a revolutionary filter that can remove the virus from the patient's blood through a dialysis machine. So this was the plan all along. This is what they're planning to do. This is why this the Hegelian dialectic or the ABKO. Okay, problem reaction. Problem reaction solution. The problem was COVID. Was C. The was a jab. Excuse me. And the reaction was fear. And the solution is gonna be this right here, man. All right, which is the M.O.B. It says, and they have also developed a revolutionary filter that can remove the virus from the patient's blood through a dialysis machine. The researchers at the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, which is DARPA, say they have been working for years on ways to prevent and to end pandemics. You see, so this is where they going, man. And here they go with their lies. Okay, because they're the ones that made this problem. Their work on the sensor was revealed in 60 Minutes on CBS on Sunday night. Retired Colonel Matt Hepburn, an Army infectious disease physician leading DARPA's response to the pandemic, showed off the technology on the show. The idea for the invention came after 1,271 infections were recorded on board the USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier in 2020. The sensor, which does not track movements, that's a lie, is carried in a tissue-like gel and is designed to continuously test the patient's blood. You put it underneath your skin, and what that tells you is that there are chemical reactions going on inside the body, and that signal means you're going to have symptoms tomorrow, explained Colonel Hepburn. And he added, it's like a check engine light. Sailors would get the signal, then self-administer a blood draw and test themselves on site. We can have that information in 3 to 5 minutes. As you truncate that time, as you diagnose and treat, what you do is stop the infection in its tracks. So Colonel Hepburn also told the show that his team had invented a filter that, if placed on a dialysis machine, would remove the virus from the blood. He said that the 4-day treatment had been given to patient 16, the spouse of a military member who was in organ failure and septic shock. You pass it through, it takes the virus out and puts the blood back in, said Colonel Hepburn. And he said that within days of the treatment, the patient had made full recovery. The treatment has now been approved by the FDA for emergency use and has been used to treat almost 300 sick patients. The body was originally known as the Advanced Research Project Agency and was created in 1958 by President Dwight Eisenhower in response to the Russian launch of Sputnik the year before. More than a quarter of the 4,800-member USS Theodore Roosevelt tested positive during a high-profile outbreak on the nuclear-powered ship last year. The carrier's commander, Captain Brett Crozier, raised the alarm and sent a fiery letter to Navy leaders about the spread of the virus on the ship. When it was leaked to the media, he was relieved of his command but kept his rank. In a video that was posted to social media, hundreds of crew members cheered his name from the hangar deck as he left the ship. So I'm not going to read the whole thing of this, but we see where it's going. All right, we got the gist of it. So I'm going to go get some scriptures now. This is Revelation 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. The patience is warning the people about what's to come. Okay, which is, eventually we believe this to be the M.O.B. And they're going to come out with it. Who? The elites that have been planning this for eons, okay? Which is to control all the people and track people. The chain that is not going to track people, that's exactly what it's going to do. Hold on, let me go to something real quick. 2 Corinthians 2:11, because this is what the Lord says. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11 says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And these are one of his devices is lying and it's technology. All right? Let me get another one real quick. Ecclesiastes 12:10, it says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is a wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wipest a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his wrath has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who would pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So the Lord says to never trust thy enemy. All right. Going back to Revelation 3:10, the Lord said this, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Now we see how this temptation is going to come upon all the world. Okay, through fear. All right. That's how they're going to release the temptation. They're going to release the temptation, which is the M.O.B. through fear. All right. So the Lord said, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast, which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Let me get to Revelation 13. Got to bring it out. Let me highlight it real quick. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 603 So we all know that without this mark, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell. And that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna make this thing mandatory, man. All right. This is the warning again. This is the warning to you so-called black expansive Americans. This is Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And that's 200 million warheads that's going to hit America. Because why? Because it's going to be World War III. And all these countries are going to push that button. All right? And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Now I want to read something. Yep. It's Revelation 16. I said, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast. You can see how that can happen. Okay, they said so through this gel type filter that you have to put under your skin. And the Lord's gonna cause a grievous sore to those people that receive this thing, man. It says, and the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. All right. So that's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's gonna happen if you take that thing. You're gonna receive a grievous sore. Okay, because these devils, they don't know what they're doing. They just been testing out and test dummies, but the scriptures tells you what's gonna happen if you receive that thing, man. You're gonna have a grievous sore that ultimately you're gonna receive this indignation. You're gonna drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. All right, so we the prophets are warning you, so-called black Spanish Americans. All right, that don't take this thing, man. And only the elect is gonna see. The elect are gonna be the only ones that's gonna see that this is what it says, the M.O.B. And time is short. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bachakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and Elsewhere Millstone, who are the apostles and elders Yasharala. Peace and salutation to the Bayaf that would die the house of David or Philek. So till next time, Shalom.